If you've ever played football before, chances are there have been moments where you've encountered an error 404 decision not found moment. Today I'm going to share the strategies that I use to combat the fear of decision making that I used to have in my matches. Now, before we talk about how to combat the fear, we first need to understand why you're afraid in the first place. And this is one of those Da Vinci codes that you know will give you the answer, but the problem is that the code itself is really hard to decode, but I think I may have cracked it. Just bear with me. See, you're not afraid of making mistakes itself. You're afraid of the consequences that will come from making the mistake. You're afraid that if you lose the ball, the opposition wins it, they counter, they score a goal, your teammates will blame you. And now your team may not even blame you in the first place, but you think that and you carry that burden throughout the entire game, and now you just have a terrible, horrible game. And that is actually what you fear. You fear the judgment. You don't want to seem unreliable. You don't want to lose the trust of your coaches and your teammates. You want to be the player to start in every starting 11. And I get it, it's fine. But the problem is you think that that can only come from not making mistakes, which is not true. Because you can make mistakes and still be a reliable player. And the only way to do this is if you lose the ball, you win it back. Now think about it for a second. Which one of these players seem more reliable to you? The player that always makes the easy pass, who never tries to create anything, who's always trying to not lose the ball? Or the player who does try to play the through passes, who does try to dribble, who if she loses the ball, she wins it back. And if she doesn't win it back, she at least tries to make sure that the opposition makes nothing of it. As a player and as a teammate myself, I would have a lot more peace of mind knowing that I'm passing the ball to someone who is willing to win it back if they lose it. You're afraid of losing the ball because you don't want to chase after the ball once you've lost it. You want to flail your arms in the air like a little brat, and then you want to be able to save your breath. Of course, you're afraid of losing the ball. You're afraid of what the coach will think. The coach will rip your head off. You're not putting in the effort to win the ball back. It's like being in a relationship and you make a mistake and you say, "My bad, my fault. I regret my actions. I'm remorseful." But you don't say you're sorry. Just say you're sorry. And the best way to say you're sorry on the pitch is to win the damn ball back. Now look, I'm going to be very honest. There's actually one way that will help you make better decisions on the pitch, but most of you don't know how to do this well. Now everyone on the internet is telling you that you need to analyze matches, you need to analyze players in your position. If you're a winger, go watch a winger playing in a real game. Pause before she receives the ball and try to guess her next move. But to be able to guess what she's going to do next, you first need to know what the options are. If you don't even know what options are available or what good options are available, how are you going to even evaluate what is right and what is wrong? And by chance, even if you do guess the right option, you don't know why it's right. You don't know why she did it. That's like being handed the controller to Mortal Kombat for the first time and spamming all the buttons hoping something will work. Sure, you'll get lucky every now and then, and Kotal Khan will pull out his shoulder busting move, but you won't be able to use that over and over again. Why was that pass played? Why did that player hold on to the ball instead of releasing it? Why did that player decide to drop instead of initiating a press? All these questions have whys behind them, and answering these whys reveals a pattern that will appear throughout the game over and over again, and patterns that you can take advantage of in the game over and over again. And to be able to do that, you need to do more than just guessing what the next move of the player is. And that's why I've created a playlist where I've analyzed professional players in almost every position. I've also done match analysis in this playlist. I've broken down different formations and how the structure changes when the circumstances are different. So if you want to learn how to do that, check it out here, but only after you finish watching this video. Now this next one is something that you can do in your next match. It's easy, it's practical, it takes 5 minutes to set up. Let's be honest, in a game, you probably have decision fatigue because you have too many things that you want to do on the pitch. You want to have as much of an impact as possible, and so you add all these things onto your plate thinking that you'll be able to do them in a game. I don't know about you, but I used to be an overachiever in school. I was even head girl in primary and secondary. And when finally in university, I decided to calm my overachieving self down and I told myself, I'm going to try and aim for a B, that will be enough. I still brought home A's. So my action plan when I step on a pitch looks like a monthly ration list of food that I don't need, and I don't know why it's there, but it's there just in case. And when you have lots of things that you want to do on the pitch, it becomes very overwhelming. Not only do you have to achieve all these things, but in case you forget one of them mid-game, it suddenly becomes a distraction. So I came up with a solution for this, and I call it the attitude script. This was something that I used in one of my friendlies a few weeks ago, and I scored a goal. Basically, you write down one attitude that you want to take into the game. If you're a striker, maybe the attitude is sharpshooter. If you're a midfielder, you could say something like a relentless engine. If you're a defender, you could say a menace to the attackers. Go into the game with that attitude and play with that attitude throughout the entire game. If you don't know what kind of attitudes to take into the game, I have made a whole list in a PDF completely free. Just click the link in the pinned comment down below. When you have the attitude that you want, set action goals that align with that attitude. If you're a striker, maybe you want to get 5 shots on goal. If you're a defender, maybe you want to block 4 through balls. If you're a midfielder, maybe you want to play 3 balls over the defense line. The idea is that action goals are completely within your control. If you say that you want to score 1 goal, the keeper or the defender could block the shot. But if you say that you want to get 1 shot on target, even if the shot is blocked, you have still done your job. Now, if you found that useful, make sure you check out my playlist where I've analyzed individual performances of pro players so that you can take that knowledge and apply it into your own game. Thank you for watching. I hope you've gained something valuable from this video.